Alright, hello everyone, my name is Sage and welcome to the Wargroove. This is a kind of a pixel-arted strategy game, kind in the style of the Advance Wars series. And today we're gonna be hopping into the arcade mode of the game. And that is because I already played this on my own time through the campaign. Let me show you. So I played all the campaign missions of this game, and now there would be one last episode, but I cannot play it until I get 100 stars. And the way to get stars would be, of course, I could play through all old missions to get stars, but I can also play the arcade mode to get stars. So that's what we're going to do here. So this is going to be kind of a, I don't know how many videos, but video or two at least about the arcade mode of this game. So that is where we're gonna jump off, and if you're new to the game and you don't know what it's gonna all about, I'm trying to explain something about it while playing also. So if there's some people who are kinda just looking up a video to see if it's a good game or not, then I'll try to give my own opinions. I myself enjoyed this game a lot while playing through the campaign. So we can here choose the arcade. This is my first time here ever. And we can kind of start choosing our commander, which is gonna be the character who's gonna kind of command the army. They have all their own unique abilities called grooves, and they also, I think, attack-wise, they pretty much attack with the same damage and so on. And at the moment, I don't know what these unlocked characters are, but I have like these three so-called factions plus this girl here. So, not gonna spoil anything who these characters are, but these are the options we have available. So, I actually haven't thought this too much through that what I wanna do, but I think I'm just gonna go with this girl here, Mercia, who is the queen of the cherry stone. So, I can actually see already that there is some difficulty levels that I can also kinda, I guess, use to get stars. So I think I could go with the normal, just to get like 2 stars from completing, I think, this arcade, and maybe I can get some other stars too while playing. So we're just gonna jump in and see what it's gonna be all about. Actually, before I move on, just gonna do a really quick check that the recording is working normally. Alright, everything seems to be in order, so let's just choose the normal difficulty, and we can see that we have to maybe fight through like 5 stages. And we're gonna be first against this girl. So yeah, let's just straight in so we can see that how's the game and so on. And there's apparently some lore, which is actually not too important. Nuru is the name of the enemy here. Oh yeah, this arcade is something about getting some strong weapon or something like that. I haven't focused too much onto the story, but yeah, we're just gonna let them do their just to get rid of the freaking dialogue, and then we can just jump into the game. So we begin with turn 1 here, and we start with our commander right here, and these slots are kinda the tiles that she can move, and we have also one unit here, just a regular soldier guy. You can see the unit's effectives and vulnerabilities from here. You can see also what tile is on, that if there's any defense boost or something like that. That's the moving points and so on, and the same is also with the commander right here. So commander is pretty much effective against anything, so they are pretty much the strongest thing. You can think of it like that. So the red buildings are our buildings, and the enemy buildings are green over here, and the green units are the enemy units. The gray units are neutral, so for the grey buildings you can conquer them and take them to your own. You can also attack to the enemy buildings, and kinda first you have to defeat them to the grey level, and then you can take them to yourself. And there are different types of units. There are like a regular, we have some ground units that we can choose. They all cost a different amounts of money, so of course the most expensive one are the better ones. These are the ground units, and here we also have some air units available. And I don't actually see that. This is the building where you can also build up the naval units that you can use to fight. I can't show them right now because I don't own that building yet, but basically you just need to move with the characters, take the villages and conquer them as many as possible because you get more money per turn the more villages you own, and just kind of build up a strong army of units to defeat the enemy commander, or you can also win by taking their fortress, the stronghold. So this is the enemy stronghold, this is the enemy commander, and here is our stronghold which we need to defend. We also need to keep our commander alive. Okay, that's a lot of rambling to do, so let's just jump in the game. So this is my first time doing this, so I'm not sure how well I'm gonna succeed with this, but I think to begin this I wanna start to conquering as many neutral villages as I can to get some more income. And also I wanna go get there and get those naval units going so I can take these tiles that are here on the sea as well. So to begin with, let's move the Commander Mercia here. We can then, when we are moving to this tile, choose the capture and capture this village to our own. Oh! Actually, let me just... I still have my story settings on, because when I go to options, I can actually choose that there is the combat animation and movement animation as default. I'm just gonna keep them like so for now, so you can kind of see the cool well, I mean, they're not cinematics, but these little cutscenes that the game has to offer, because it looks pretty... I like the pixel graphics, and I think the game looks cute with them, so it's also nice to enjoy these. In the end of the campaign, I disabled them because the missions were getting so hard that I wanted to focus just on the strategy itself and not waste time with the cutscenes. But yeah, with this soldier we were able to take that village, so next turn we can also get some naval units going. And I'm gonna also hire one swordsman, because these guys are, as it says, useful for capturing the structures. So if I make one here, I can use that guy to go straight down here, and I can use the commander to go down here, so we can get these two lanes. And once I have get that, I can also start with this guy going down here to get these. We'll see how's the enemy gonna do. Most probably enemy's gonna go around to these buildings to get them for themselves, so the beginning is not too much combat oriented, just more of just capturing the buildings, so I think they're gonna be doing pretty much the same thing. I guess the most challenging thing in the game is that there is so many different unit types, and certain units can attack only certain other kind of units, so it's a kind of a lot of strategizing sometimes, that what units are you gonna build and how you're gonna set them up so you can attack with them as efficiently as possible. I can actually see that commander could go take this, so I think I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna hope that she has range next turn to go to there, so I could move this guy straight down here for now. Let's just do this. As you can see, we already started to get more money in little by little, so getting some work done. So let's capture this and we're gonna capture this so we can get the naval units going, because there is some pretty good units that you can take to the sea. Can we actually check them out now that they took this? No, there's some like cannon ships and harpoon ships and so on. The enemy doesn't have any too strong units. I guess they made that a little dock thingy, which is not too big of a threat. And right now I'm just thinking that one of the really good units is this alchemist guy, because it can heal your other units, so it's a rather good ability to have. But I'm just thinking that it would cost all my money. I could save my money for something else for the next turn, though I am pretty sure that on the next turn I'm not gonna try to recruit anything too expensive. So I would like to take the alchemist, possibly. Other option would be to take something cheaper, but I think these soldiers that I have at the moment here are gonna be able to take buildings. I can see these guys are probably gonna move up here, so maybe I would like to make the alchemist as a kind of a backup character. And it also has a strong, like a I don't know how to explain it. It can move pretty long way. I think it can go like, let's actually see. I'm misclicking. So it can move up to 5. I'm just gonna do a real... Wow, okay, there actually is not quick save option in the arcade apparently. I'm used to doing that a lot in the campaign, that you can just kind of quick save before making any harsh decisions. Well, since we don't have that, I'm just gonna make this because there's gonna be those 2 guys and they're gonna be facing these guys and they might gonna need some help facing off those 2 at least. So let's just do this and let's see how much money we have for the next one. I think I wanna try to recruit a naval unit. We only need like 1 to begin, just to run around and capture the naval tiles for the money. So I don't have to focus on that at the beginning too much. Well, okay, this is going a little bit differently than I was planning, but that's how it is usually when I'm playing. Let's capture this for sure, because that is something I wanna get 100% surely. No doubt about that. And I know that my commander can go and capture this. I think those guys might be trying to capture that building. Are you planning to move from up here? Well, anyhow, I'm gonna do this for now. You can also check from the enemies that what is their movement range and where they can attack, so you can always kinda think through that where you wanna move your characters. For example, I can see that this guy can move pretty close to my base here. These guys are much further away, but these dogs have a long movement range too. But I think this guy is gonna probably just take this here. So I could also try to bait it. If I move this guy here and this guy takes the bait and attacks, then I might have a possibility to take this building with my commander. It's just a little bit risky move in a sense that then this guy will take some damage and most probably it's gonna be useless. I think it will be one-shotted, but it will be pretty useless afterwards. Pretty much for the rest of the game. I mean, my commander is a little bit far away to come to help. I know this guy can come in and do some help. Also, I forgot to mention, there is always mentioned when they can do critical hits, which is a good thing to always to know. So this normal soldiers makes the critical hit when adjacent to its commander, who is basically always the commander itself. And these guys makes critical hits when defense is 3 or above. So in this is where the kind of different tiles comes in. For example, in the woods, there's always defense +3. So if I move this guy here and attack from this tile to enemy, then this alchemist gets the critical hit. I think at this, I'm gonna let them take this building and just gonna play it kind of safe and move this guy just 1 up and this guy to the woods here. And from here we can now see the naval units. The barge is just a transportation. Then there's this merfolk, which is kind of melee / range characters, sea turtles, harpoon ship and warships. We're gonna take one of the merfolks here so it can move in and take this here. And I don't know, maybe I'll make him go from this side to get that, I think, because they also have their naval units ready, so they're gonna get that before me anyhow. So yeah, let's just end this turn and see how's it gonna go from their side now. And they're gonna, of course, capture more of those buildings. I'm just mostly interested that, okay, they're gonna be going in the middle to take. They're planning to take these. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I can move in to take that, so they're gonna get that. And now looks like there's gonna be some fighting ensuing. They're gonna go also with their commander there, so it's a little bit threatening because there's only one guy with me there. But actually, this gives me the chance to kind of go and take this, which is interesting from their side, because then I can kind of circle my commander here. Though there is the ranger here, range character enemy, and this pikeman. Commanders usually can take a lot of hits, but if there are a lot of enemies around them, it can turn into a little bit pickle, so to say. But what I'm gonna do, I know what I want to do for sure with this guy is actually take this. Just gonna think in the positioning. because this guy can attack from the water to the enemies. So if I send this guy to take from here, these guys are coming up there. I can actually use this to help to damage them, which would be really good. I think I want to do that first before moving this guy to take this building here. I think it would be more useful. So let's just do this for now. And we can get some more income. We already got some good money, so we can actually start making some strong units as well. What I'm gonna do, I think these are all going to this here. Maybe some of them are going also up here. Attack that for some damage, but I don't know if there is specifically need for me to do that. The alchemist is in a safe spot with the +3 defense and critical hits in the woods, so I don't necessarily have to be too aggressive with that. This dog can attack also my soldier, but I can just move soldier to the safe area. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm also thinking that if there are guys coming from here, I could move this kinda here to help. And I'm thinking about making a knight, because it's also really good powerful unit. So I could hire that to help with these guys over here. I have to be careful with the spearman because it's super effective, so to say, against the knight. So I'm gonna go with that plan. So I'll move this guy here. I'll keep the alchemist here just chilling. The knight can move also really long range, so if he sends these guys up, I can use that to attack. And these guys cannot move too much, nor these rangers. So I'm gonna go with the commander and just capture this here. The enemy might kinda start sending his troops into multiple directions to attack my guys. So it might mess him up a little bit if he spreads too far with his units. Of course, I'm a pretty spread as well, but I think it's still going pretty well at this point. So let's just end the turn and see. Okay, he sent the doggy here, but the doggies are not the strongest thing, so it's not gonna do much damage. The Mercia's groove is pretty good because it can heal her own units, so it's pretty good in that scenario. But also, I like to many times use the alchemists to do some healing. I think they changed their plan and they are now moving forward to here to kind of threat my commander, which makes sense because killing the commander actually wins the game. So what could I do here is attack like so. I think I'm gonna send. Let me just think. These guys cannot move too far ahead. They can attack the settlement and I can lose it. But I think I have to take that and just let them take it for now and send the commander to save for now. One thing also, I can reinforce her and all my units in my units. You can see the number that is on these tiles, on the units, on the buildings, it's their health basically. So now, right now, Mercia is at 82%, so it shows 8 there. This is 70%, 80%, 90%, and so on. So I could actually reinforce Mercia here with the cheap money. It also weakens the number in the settlement, so it has less health after that. But I think it could still be worth it to get the full health, because the more the health, the more damage it deals, and less. Well, I'm not sure. I think it still takes the same amount of damage from attacks, but at least it can attack with more damage. The less the enemy has health, then the less it can attack. So let's just do that. I'm just trying to play the safe side here. Let's see what they're gonna decide to do with their units after that. I could attack here. I'm gonna move actually this guy closer to. Actually, have not made any sea units, so I could actually take this with that, I think. And okay, this guy can attack as well here. But let's just do this for now. Yes, I can, and I have to just kind of think also that which unit I would like to hire next. I could also at the moment hire a flying unit, because flying units are good in a sense that they cannot be attacked by most of the ground units. These mages can attack them and they do critical hit for them, so they are really strong against them, which is kind of annoying. And also these archers can attack them. I could also like make a freaking ballista, but I know that it's not too strong against the melee units. It's strong against like the flying units mostly. I'm not seeing any flying units from the enemy at the moment. Of course, that doesn't mean they couldn't spawn them basically whenever they want to. But I'm just thinking that would it be a better idea to make, for example, another knight? Because I mean, knights are just really strong in all the cases. The only weakness I think is pretty much these pikemen. Let's actually say, what does it say? And the dragons and the like really strong units. And also apparently the aeronauts and warships. Oh, I could also... I had the possibility to make a harpoon ship, but not the warship just yet. Warship is really good to attack from the sea against the buildings. I think I could go just with another knight for now, because if I'm looking at, there's only one unit strong against it, and the knights just can move so quickly and around so well. So I'm just gonna still keep the mates here, I think, because I'm not sure which way the enemy is gonna go. This guy has a good access to many places from here. Yeah, let's just end this turn and see what's gonna happen. This is all new to me because I can't do any quick saves that I'm used to do and so on, so this arcade feels like I'm gonna need to have a lot more thinking process. The enemy made the harpoon ship right there, so they can attack my merfolk with that naturally. Is the merfolk weak against? It is actually effective against it. Okay, that's actually interesting. My range is not gonna be enough to attack it right now, but okay, they fell back a little bit with their forces here. But actually just kinda take this guy down for now. Maybe let me just think real quick. Attack that, I take a little bit damage, so let's just actually move in to do this. It might kinda mess up with the AI and they might start to think that they have to come here to defeat my guys, so we also attack one of these for some damage at least. I think I'm gonna take this. The harpoon ship is gonna attack my merfolk, but I still get this building, which is kind of an extra because I was not thinking that I'm not gonna be able to get that, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Now these guys are just kind of grouping together and they're just kind of, I don't know, guys, just kind of waiting for me to get maybe closer. And they can still pretty much attack this building and I lose it in that case. But now I have a lot of money in my hand, which I like. I like a lot naturally. Also this thing is pretty much weakened down already, so it's not gonna be too big of a threat. What I could do here, let me just kind of see the movement ranges. That, okay, that can, but I don't think no one can. Yeah, the ranger is the only one that's gonna be able to attack maybe from down there, but I'm gonna move this guy here. I'm gonna move this knight here so it can kind of circle around these enemies. And I'm just kind of thinking that, okay, let's move the commander here just to chill, so I can just kind of see that I could actually move my knight here for the good attack opportunity. And I'm gonna make a trebuchet now because this thing is also really strong against many things, as you can see. So it can actually take down most of the enemy minions. So if I just build one and set it up from here, for example, it's gonna be real good. So I'm just gonna do just that. I have not decided what I do with this guy now. I think I'm just gonna attack this building, or maybe I'll just send him down here, but I think this harpoon ship could shoot it. Well, it's not effective against it. If it shoots this, then it won't be shooting the merfolk, which I wouldn't mind. I'm just gonna actually... It's a little bit hard decision for me to make that. Would it be wise to start attacking these buildings and take them down, or... I think because I don't know what these guys are gonna planning, so I'm just gonna wait for now and start doing more action with these guys possibly the next turn. So yeah, let's just end this turn now. And I'm predicting they're gonna attack one of my settlements. That is not the worst thing that could happen. Does some damage and they're gonna be taking down this. But it's okay, they also take a little bit damage while attacking that, and that ranger just moved to range of my knight, so I could move in the knight to do some good damage. Of course the knight might get killed in that process, but that wouldn't be maybe the end of the world. Okay, now they're gonna get real close here. So this guy can move in, and it's 115, so basically just take down that. And okay, it doesn't quite take down that, but let's see, I could take down that also. I think there are multiple options. Now they also made one of the ranged units. How's their moving range? At the moment I think I can move my trebuchet forward pretty safely. For now, like so. I think taking down this mage is a good idea, so let's just do that. And it's a little bit world of decisions now that if I send in the knight, do a lot of damage against this girl, I could then send in mage to kill that. One of these guys might end up killed against their commander. I don't think this guy can do too much damage at least. But I think it's the best plan to do, and the trebuchet here is a good play, I would think, for now. And these guys kind of block these enemy movements to up here, so I can move commander also a little bit closer. So if I do like this, it doesn't quite kill the ranger, but it does so much damage that it basically dead. I mean, it's not gonna be doing too much damage after that. And then I would move these to finish these guys here, like so. That's good, that's good. So yeah, now they have blocked pretty much the enemy movement, so they have to kill this 1% guy. I think I'm gonna just put the commander here. This guy might decide to shoot her, but Mercia is on the full health, so I don't think it's gonna be too much problem. If I wanna play it safe, I can take her there, but I believe that there is just this couple doggies and the commander and like these, so I'm not too scared at the moment. I don't know if I should be, but okay, I'm just gonna play it a little bit safe and move the commander here. So these guys are just pretty much chilling here. Let's see, I can attack for 46 damage, that's pretty good. Let's just do that to weaken it down as much as possible. Yeah, they wouldn't do any attack to me because I was not in the ranged area. If I would have attacked with range attack from here, then it would have been able to attack me too, but since I attacked from the melee range, it couldn't do anything. This guy is a little bit annoying. I know that it's gonna be able to do some damage. I could make like I have a pretty much two options, I would think, against the aerial units. I could make this witch, for example. It's only air-to-air unit, so it can only attack other air units. But I could also make a ballista which can attack from ground to these air units super effectively, and it can also weaken down at least a little bit also the crowd unit. So I'm gonna make a ballista because it's a good option, and I'm gonna move it around somewhere here, I think. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this guy safe from this thing's range. So let's move this here. Let's just attack this for the fun. It's gonna take some damage, but even if these guys goes down, it's not the end of the world. And how much did I have money left? 260. Okay, I'm gonna save it now. I'm gonna want to make some more naval units, I would think. I would like to make a warship to go down here, so I'd start shooting these buildings down, because it would be really good if I can take down many of these buildings. And even if I can start attacking the stronghold. But let's see how it goes. These arcade matches seems to be pretty long and time consuming, so I think I'm gonna do only one of these per session, and maybe even cut one like this to multiple videos. But I don't know, we'll just see how it's gonna feel like. I wouldn't mind making like longer videos, even if it's like would be like hour long. I don't think it would be too bad. I just have to kinda check through the recording and see how entertaining it feels. That would like someone feel like watching an hour of me playing this game. But the slasher actually did more damage than I anticipated, so that's a little bit annoying, but it's still not the end of the world, I would say. The enemy commander decided to attack my knight, so of course that's gonna make some strong damage against it. But even though some would think that the situation is looking bad, it's not actually the worst thing. One thing I want to first check is that Trebuchet can attack straight away, so we're gonna get some free kill basically, like so. And then we're gonna check that Knight can finish this off. Mercier can finish that thing off basically. This guy is a little bit annoying, it's moving the different way than I was anticipating. Also I hate the enemy commander right now. I have to... Man, I'm just a little bit short on the golem, because golem would be really good when fighting against like the enemy commander. So I think I can just finish off these guys, and I guess I have to let this commander to kill this knight. This guy is gonna make pretty good damage against my knights up here. This guy is not gonna be able to attack anything, I don't think, at the first turn at least. I don't quite have the possibility to take down this building yet, apparently. But I can move here. Okay. Basically, I'm just thinking that I think the ballista would maybe move here. I think it will be safe. Well, not possibly. This can attack the ballista, so I think I'm just gonna... Well, no, it can't. Okay. It cannot attack the ballista, so let's move the ballista here. So it's in the shooting range a little bit better. Yeah, I think I just have to at least take the... I don't have to take the ranger down like necessarily. I could save my knight and move it upwards to save if I would want so. I also got the groove going, so that's the healing groove basically I can use. I could also attack and just take this down. I would, but if my plan would be to protect my knight from this thing, then I would rather do actually this. I'm gonna do this. It's a safer play. This 5% ranger is not gonna be too much of an issue. Let's finish off these doggies, and the commander most probably is gonna remove this knight out of the equation the next turn. I think I can. Let me see. I think I should attack first with this thing, because again I'm kind of trying to think that which order I attack, so I want to think that which way my units would take the less damage possible. So if I attack this guy, it takes less damage than this guy attacking here at the first turn, so that's why I did this order. And now I'm gonna finish this building off, so that means less money for my enemy next turn, and I can capture this from here also. Of course the enemy might get a little bit pissed about this and start moving their troops over this way. That wouldn't be the end of the world. I lost my mate, so I'm gonna actually make another like so, because it's a good to have those healers around. And well, this thing is still kicking. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack it again with the free damage. It's not gonna be in too good of shape afterwards. I think I'm kind of thinking that I could also make like a sea turtle or another merfolk. I think the another merfolk is a better option. So let's do that and end this turn for now. I'm just kind of trying to slowly but surely build up money so I can start buying like these dragons, because they are really OP strong, and also, well, I mean the giants, the golems are not that OP, but they are also pretty damn strong. So okay, so the aerial unit decided to attack there. Well, that's okay. I think the commander can take it. So the Noodle attacks and finishes off the knights pretty much. Okay, this is actually going a little bit different. I think I need to move my ballista to a whole different place that I was planning. what I'm thinking is, I think the trebuchet is not in the range to shoot anything, because trebuchet cannot shoot the aerial units. But it can actually finish that off if I want to. That's actually also pretty good damage. I'm also thinking that I could weaken down the commander, because if the commander dies, then I just win. It's a straight win in that case, and that actually is. This actually looking pretty interesting. I could move and weaken down this. I should also, and I'm thinking that if I attack with the commander, I mean the knight here, I think I can actually also move with this guy and heal the knight back up if I decide to do so. I think I wanna. I can still keep this ranger alive. I don't have to be too worried about it. I think I can move, because the enemy usually focuses on attacking the commander. So if I use even if I move my trebuchet like to this here, the harpy would most probably still attack my commander. And even if it attacks the trebuchet, it makes some damage. But then, in that case, my commander would just survive alive, so I mean it's not like the end of the world. So let's move this here. The enemy also has their crew. The Nara's crew works so that she can summon like a unit next to her and it can move straight away, but they cost a little bit more than recruiting an unit straight from the building. And now I noticed that they also took their own merman there. So I need to move this guy closer to get some support going for this guy. I mean, this merfolk is gonna probably take down mine, but I can at least finish off their ship here before my unit goes down. So let's actually do that straight away. And I'm just thinking that if I heal this knight, it costs 300. I could have money also to just buy a freaking dragon at the moment, which would be pretty cool. Let's start by seeing, I mean it does 15 damage, it should weaken up the attack of the Nuru pretty well. So let's shoot, does some damage. What I'm thinking, this guy can attack, but I can weaken him down with the commander here. I think the commander is gonna get attacks from these guys, from the harpy, and maybe from this 5% guy, but should still go on pretty strong. So yeah, now I could move on and do some good damage. So let's just do that. I mean, I think the fastest way to win this at this point would be just to take down the commander. So let's do that. Okay, so we are alive with the 70% of our health. Of course, if the enemy decides to strong with all of these against this guy, then I'm gonna lose the knight, but I'm gonna move this here so it can be on the safer side, and I'm just gonna recruit the dragon, because the dragon is just OP. It's crazy strong. So I just wanna do that, and what I wanna do with this, because let's just reinforce with all of the rest of the money and just capture this back. I mean, we didn't have it originally, but now we have, so some more income. That's pretty much it. Let's see how it's gonna roll out. That's pretty much what's gonna define our next turn anyhow, so I think only 3 enemies can attack my commander here, and I can use the healing to get her back to better health. Yeah, she can withstand it. The enemy knight, the knights basically can make critical damage if they move 6 tiles, then they can do the critical damage. But okay, they're actually kinda rounding up against my commander here, which I understand. And that's a little bit annoying that their merfolk is starting to shoot down my base right there. I can shoot here. I'm just gonna see different kind of options. I think even healing up the commander would be pretty good. An attack from there with 70% of damage, which might be something. I should get my dragon also, and actually go in and take down their What is this? Is it just a regular random tower? Oh, they have a ballista there actually. The ballistas are super effective against the dragons, so I have to be careful with that. But what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna try to find a way to attack their commander with my dragon, because that will do a lot of damage. If I can just get that done. My commander, I'm also just trying to think that I need to move her to save and use the healing pretty much. But I'm also a little bit worried that maybe I'll move her up here and she can hopefully protect Trebuchet from the attacks. This cannot attack there, so that's good. Okay. Okay, I think at this turn I'm gonna use this guy for healing as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first go here and heal the commander. It should heal her pretty well. Yeah. Not quite to the full health, but I mean it's not far. So, and then what I would do, I would attack here. Maybe I should have done that another way around. I should have healed him first, the knights first, and then attack. But I was thinking that I'm gonna heal them after the attack, so they will die the next turn. I don't know if that's like the good plan or not. Let's move. Let me just think. Well, I'm just gonna move the ballista here. I think the enemy is not gonna attack it anyhow. And let me just think. The way the dragon should move is so that it should avoid the ballista. So I think let's just make sure I'm like so. And this guy to here to heal up the knight like so. And let's see, I'm just gonna try to think a little bit. I'm just gonna move these guys to protect this village like so, and let's see. Okay, it could finish off my merfolk if I just attack with my merfolk recklessly. I could also just do this for the heck of it. I'm kind of trying to think that should I make a turtle here to protect like these guys. I would also maybe need some more units here, so I could try to finish this as fast as possible. And actually, when I think about it, I could do it so that I start to send these guys for help here. Let's just wait with these guys, because they might be able to do at least something. Well, I mean, I think another alchemist wouldn't be too bad option. I mean, and I don't think this problem is not the main thing. The main thing would be to take down their commander as soon as possible. Let's just do this and end the turn and see what's gonna happen. Their ballista is also gonna be able to attack something here, but as long as it cannot take down my dragon, everything should be at least somewhat about fine. It also depends on where they move their commander. Hopefully it stays in the range of the dragon. But yeah, their knight actually went down. It was a pretty much suicide mission from him. So, it might be that the enemy commander is gonna try to take these guys down. The dogs do good damage against these guys. Maybe weak them down with the... Okay, the ballista actually can shoot, so that might be able to take them down. Not quite, okay. A little bit surprised about that. Yeah, they're gonna using their characters to do that. That's pretty much expected. And... okay, that's gonna finish that off. It's okay. Where's the commander at? It's right there. Let me just see the attack possibilities. Oh, actually I can just finish it off with the dragon like so. Because it's on the road and dragon attacks critical at the damage to enemies that are on the road. So okay, that was a good way to get rid of that. So it was a little bit challenging on the normal difficulty, but I think I would have also been able to do it on the hard maybe. But I didn't wanna overestimate my skills, so I just wanted to try it out with a little bit more casual approach at the beginning. But yeah, that was good. Hopefully can I just suspend this and continue this later on? Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, current run. Then I can also start the next run. But yeah, I can just go this and this and... Okay, yeah, so I can continue into the next time. So that's what we're gonna be doing the next time. So we're gonna go into the arcade and just head off this guy here. Thank you guys for watching, and leave a like if you enjoyed this kind of a video. And comment down your thoughts below, and as usual, remember to subscribe if you're new here, and I will always see you in the future videos. So, bye bye!